Hi, Grandma Debbie here. So tonight for dinner, we're having what is called dinner in a dish. And it's coming from this cookbook, which, as you can tell from how the condition of it, it's an old cookbook. This actually was my mom's cookbook, and she gave it to me, and it's slowly starting to fall apart. So that's okay. I'll tape it together if I have to, just to keep working out of it. But it's a simple little recipe, only requires a couple of ingredients, not a couple, more than that, but super simple. So we are going to get started on it. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to prep. You have to cut up a tomato and a bell pepper. I already have onions cut up, and so we're going to do that first. All right, so let's get going. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're actually going to spray our casserole pan, so I don't forget to do it. All right, so we got that sprayed. Then I do have a half a cup of breadcrumbs, and I'm just using these breadcrumbs. So I have those ready. So I'm going to get the bell pepper ready now. Okay, so you're just going to slice these into strips. And I think I'm going to cut them in half. It doesn't say to do that. It just says to cut them into strips, but I think I'm going to cut them in half. Because remember, a recipe is just a guide. Make it your own. And I'm preheating my oven to 350. And with tonight's dinner, I am serving it with mashed potatoes. Okay, so we got these all cut. And now we're going to move on to our tomatoes. We're just going to slice our tomatoes. Guess I could move it where you can see what I'm doing. Okay, so we got these done. We got our prep work done. Now we're going to head over to the other side of the kitchen where we are going to start cooking the hamburger. So let's move on over there. Okay, I forgot to grab the green onions, bell pepper. Okay, so I'm going to add in some butter. And we're going to get this melting. And once it melts, I'm going to add in the onions and the bell pepper. And we're going to saute these up until they are soft, I believe. Oh, and my oven is preheated. And then I'm going to add in the onion. You know, what's really funny about these older cookbooks is that they don't always tell you exactly how long you're supposed to be doing anything, because they presume that you already know this kind of stuff. So what I'm just going to do is I'm going to saute it until the onions start to brown and the bell pepper softens a little bit. There's a lot of liquid because I froze the onions and I took them out of the freezer. We like to sometimes get our onions from Costco or Sam's Club, and they come in a huge bag full. And so what we do is we just chop them up, and then we put them in the freezer, and we pull them out when we need them. Okay, I'm going to add the hamburger now so that we can start cooking it up. Cooking up the hamburger. Okay, and then at this point, I'm going to add some salt and pepper, and it's salt and pepper to taste. Okay, so the meat has cooked, and so we are now going to head over to back over to the other side of the kitchen to finish it up. Okay, so now we are going to assemble, and I forgot to add in the eggs. So we're going to head back over to the other side of the kitchen to add in the eggs so that they can get cooked. Oh, I knew I was forgetting something. Okay, so we're going to beat 2 eggs. Okay, now we're going to pour the egg mixture in, and we're going to mix it up until the eggs are cooked. Okay, so the eggs are cooked. So now we're going to head back over to the other side of the kitchen. Okay, so it calls for 2 cups of corn. However, I used up half the bag of corn already. So I'm going to do mixed vegetables as well as corn. So I'm going to do 1 cup of, now it calls for canned corn. I'm not a fan of canned vegetables, so I'm using frozen. Okay, and then I'm going to do half of the meat. I'll get some of those bell peppers on there too. Okay, that's about half. Then we're going to layer with the sliced tomatoes. Okay, and then we're going to add in the other layer of, well, it would normally be corn, but since I don't have it, I'm doing mixed. So we're going to do half of the rest of the bag of mixed. And then we're going to do the rest of the meat mixture. And then I'm going to do a layer of tomatoes again. And now I'm going to add in the breadcrumbs, and I'm just going to kind of sprinkle them over the top. And I'm going to grab the butter and I'm just going to dot some butter on top of this. Okay, that looks good to me. And now we are going to bake at 350 for 45 minutes. So I will bring you back when it comes out of the oven. Okay, so I got this out of the oven. It looks wonderful. I can't wait to try it. This is what it looks like. I think it's going to be delicious. I am going to let it cool for a minute or two before I cut into it. But it looks good. I'm pretty sure it's going to taste good. I've never tried this recipe before. It's a new one, but it sounded really good, so I thought I'd give it a try. All right. So I just want to thank you for coming along with me on this journey. I hope everything's going great. You're having an amazing day, and you're enjoying your evening, morning, whenever you are watching this. And I hope that fall is going well for you. This is the time to start doing some comfort food. And casseroles are always a good time during this time frame, and they're simple to make. And you can do them ahead of time. So like this recipe, you probably could do it ahead of time, and you could double it, triple it, whatever you needed to. Just wrap it up and put it in the refrigerator and then cook it when you get home. Simple as that. You might need to cook it a little bit longer than 45 minutes, but that's okay, Just put it in the minute you get home from your day out, and then by the time you've gotten everything settled down, dinner will be ready. All right, well, I'm going to let it cool down for a little bit, and it smells wonderful, so I'm pretty sure it's going to taste great. All right, well, I hope that you're, like I said earlier, I hope you're having an amazing day, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.